Skopje Fortress. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Skopje, North Macedonia. We're back here today, out again, once again in Skopje, and today we're here to check out right here the Skopje Fortress, also known as, well, colloquially around here as Kale. And this, something that we talked about in our previous video, part 1 here. Link to that video down in the description. We're here to check out the fortress. Now we just have to figure out exactly how we get into it to see. But come along. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you want to help out the channel and help it grow, I really would appreciate it. Click on the like button down there, the subscribe button, and the little bell next to it to be notified for when new videos drop. It really helps the channel grow because it's going to help the YouTube algorithm recognize this content and spread it to other YouTube viewers. If you'd like to support the channel monetarily, I would appreciate that as well. You can leave a super thanks by clicking this thanks button here and give a small donation to the channel. I appreciate your support. So back to the video, enjoy. So like I mentioned in our previous video, part 1, we actually went out to some much older ruins, older preserved, or well, partially preserved ruins of Skopje, the like very old Roman era, dating, all the way back to like BC times, more than 2,000 years ago. Skopje ruins. And we also saw the aqueduct, which is known as the Skopje Aqueduct, and also the Justinian's Aqueduct. The reason it's called that, of course, is because there are theories that it was built during the reign of Byzantine Empire Justinian. And the Byzantine Empire actually controlled this area. Let's see, I think we go up this way maybe. It's a little hard to figure out exactly where to enter these ruins because it is very large. I think there are several gates. I'm not sure exactly which one is going to be open, but we'll find it. But like I mentioned, this area was ruled by the Byzantine Empire in like the 6th century when this fortress was originally built. I think we found where to go in. It's actually right over here. There's this gate over here that's open and a parking area with like a tour bus. This definitely must be the place to go in. But before we do, you can see a really nice view here up on this hill out over Skopje. Now there is the National Stadium in the city park. There's like a big urban green space over there. And actually, in the last video, the 2 places we visited, the Skopje ruins, the older Roman ruins, would be like right out there past the park, past the stadium, sort of over by where that little hill and radio tower is, I think on the other side of that hill. And then the aqueduct is actually like right out that way. And in that last video I mentioned that the aqueduct, they weren't sure exactly when it was created, when it was built, whether it was built back in the time of the old Skopje ruins, back around like the early, like 1st and 2nd centuries AD, or if it was built later in like the 6th centuries AD, when this fortress, the fortress on the other side of the tree here, was originally built. Now, in that video I mentioned, I think, just as like as a complete outsider with really no knowledge of the history or the archaeology, that I think it was probably built during the time of Justinian, the 6th century AD, because mainly the ruins of the aqueduct, they point directly towards where we are right now, up on this hill by the oldest part of Skopje city, Old Town, and the Skopje Fortress here. they don't really look like they were directed towards the Skopje ruins over there. In fact, you would have to take like probably like 100-degree right turn in the aqueduct to make it over to the Skopje ruins, the direction that the aqueduct is facing. But, like I mentioned, 6th century AD, when this fortress was originally built. But of course, the fortress that's here now is very, very different from what was here in the 6th century. What was here in the 6th century, Justinian's Byzantine fortress, has been largely destroyed. But because of where the fortress sits, up on top of this hill, as you can see, the sight lines all the way around, looking out into like the Skopje center where we visited in our first video here in Skopje. You can see the crazy brutalist post office building over there, as well as some of the other crazier, newer Skopje 2014 buildings. But as you can see, the fortress here was like destroyed in battles, but then rebuilt over and over. And in fact, the original materials for the fortress came from the Skopje ruins over there on the other side of the stadium, when there was an earthquake, huge earthquake, that destroyed largely the old city of Skopje over there. Justinian, the Byzantine Emperor, took a lot of the materials from that city and used it to build the original Skopje Fortress over here. Now, I don't know, honestly, and there's no guides or any kind of tour or anything here to tell me. There's not even really any signs. I don't know originally if this is these ruins here are part of the original Skopje Fortress, the Byzantine era, and these outer walls. I don't know when these were built. In fact, this site, because of its strategic importance up on the hill, was a Byzantine site during the Byzantine Empire. It was later part of the Bulgarian Empire. A fortress was built here when the Bulgarian Empire was fighting a war with the Byzantine Empire. And later, the Serbian kingdom or empire taken over this place, and then later the Ottoman Empire. So there have been many, many powers that have controlled and rebuilt this fortress or added on to this fortress over the years. And even very, very recently, as recently as some of the excavations in the 2000s, some of this was built as a restoration. Now I imagine just because of these the big towers with the flags on them and the outer wall, how clean and new it looks, I think that these were probably built as part of the restoration in the 2000s. And that the things that are inside here, these stones and some of these old ruined foundations, that these may be from older older constructions. Still, it's a very cool place to explore, and just knowing how much history there is here. What's really unfortunate is just and here we actually have some more. These definitely look like older ruins. There's also a sign here that says "Do not cross." So I imagine these are preserved ruins here. We will respect the sign and not cross. But you can see where the arch would have been. It's constructed in the same way with the bricks like the arches in the aqueduct that we saw in part 1 of the video here. So makes me think that these are definitely some of the older ruins of the fortress. Out here at the end, it looks I think there is a viewpoint that you can climb up to, get a really nice view out over the other side of the city. But it is cool to come here and check out the history. All the places we've been visiting in our Eastern Europe, Western Asia trip here, starting in Georgia and then Armenia, Romania, now here in Macedonia. We've seen a lot of old stuff, but not just old stuff. Because of the the location all around the Black Sea area, the strategic location of this region and the regions on the other side of the Black Sea. Many empires, and I've mentioned this in pretty much all the other videos we've made, simply because it's the truth. Many empires have come through and ruled over the thousands of years. And of course, settlement of people here goes back way before what we talked about, like the Skopje ruins around 1st century AD. I mean, there were people settling here back in like the Bronze Age and even before the Stone Age. So like 4,000 years ago. I think some of the oldest evidence found in this area of Macedonia. So there have been many, many peoples that have settled here. We get a good view over Skopje Center. Man, if you haven't watched that first video that we made here in Skopje about the Skopje Center and the pretty controversial and divisive Skopje 2014 project, check it out. It's a cool video, but man, you can get a good view of all the crazy Skopje 2014 buildings down here. All the statues. Let's see, over there, that is Macedonia Square. Can't really see the can we see the statue of the Alexander? It's a little hard to see from here. Well, check out that video. There's a lot of crazy, weird architecture down here in central Skopje. All right, let's try and find our way over to the, let's see, how do we get over there? You can see the viewpoint over there. I think we maybe have to go up on the outer wall. Let's see, let's go over to the outer wall, see if we can climb up there, get a view. Got up onto the outer wall here, and it looks like if we follow it around, it does lead up to that viewpoint up there, but there are these little like towers along the way here, and you can see, even though these are, I think, recreated towers, you can see the, you know, what a stronghold this would be up here on top of this hill. Very hard to assault from down there. All right, let's head up to the top. I want to see the view from up there, and then we're actually going to head down the street, because very close to here is Old Town Skopje. The Old Town Bazaar, also known as the Turkish Bazaar, but it is one of the oldest parts of the city, and it's right next to here. And even though its construction dates to, well, several centuries after the construction here of the fortress, there was a construction outside of the fortress that, you know, like the fortress itself, was destroyed and then built over. But the construction that's over there currently is the oldest part of the city. So let's go up here and take a view, and then we'll go check out the Old Town Bazaar. All right, from up here on the tower, the viewpoint, you can get a view out on the whole city. Beautiful view out on the whole city. From here we can actually see all of Macedonia Square down there, where we visited in our first video. You can see the giant statue of the warrior on the horse. Alexander the Great, that statue, I think it's supposed to be. And also from up here, on the other side, this is the Old Town Bazaar, the oldest part of the city of Skopje, right over there. Over here in the Old Town neighborhood, there's this mosque. This is the Mustafa Pasha Mosque. And this mosque was built all the way back in like the late 1400s. I think construction started in 1492 and continued on into the early 1500s. But the cool thing is, it has largely, I think, been unchanged since it finished construction back in the 1500s. A lot of things around here, like we mentioned, the city, like the city center in Skopje has been changed very recently. The fortress itself that we're in here, the Kale, had renovations and reconstructions recently in the 2000s, but that mosque, ever since back in like the 1500s, has basically been the same. Very cool. All right, I think it's time we head across over there into the Old Town neighborhood. I want to check it out, and I think maybe when we're over there we can get something to eat too, since there are like markets and restaurants and stuff over there. One thing to say about this fort, the Kale, the fortress site, if you do come here, just know that it is open, but it's not like maintained really anymore. There's no museum, there's no guides. You can come around and take a look. You know, I did some research ahead of time to try and figure out the information, but none of that information is like here at the site, which is a little bit sad. I think it's one of the reasons why the Skopje 2014 project that we talked about in the first video is so controversial, because, you know, it cost like almost $1 billion. It cost like $700 or $800 million to do all of that stuff. And yet there are sites like this fortress and also the Skopje ruins that we visited in the last video that remain like just sort of sitting there, you know, overgrown, with no guides, no tours, no information, not really well maintained, which is a little bit sad to me as someone who really loves history. But just when you come here, you do have to be careful, because like there are some places where it's pretty overgrown. Like here, if you wanted to, you could climb down in there and walk around, but you got to be careful because, you know, there's a lot of like, I don't know, like this. There's a lot of like random sort of junk around, broken glass maybe, some sort of like scrap metal here. I think it's like a piece of a roof or something. Gotta be careful if you're walking around, you don't want to cut yourself. Still, a good place to come. Definitely a place that you should come and check out. Definitely a place you should come and check out if you're here and you're coming to Skopje. Another thing to watch out for out here on the steps is I have seen a number of little lizards basking in the sun, so make sure you don't step on any of them by accident. All right, let's head over to the Old Town Bazaar. We'll take a look around and we'll try and get a little something to eat. It's actually call to prayer right now at the mosque, at the Mustafa Pasha Mosque. You can hear right behind me. There's the minaret with the speakers. Pretty cool.